How long has it been now since you all actually, like, have spoken?
I don't know. It's been a little while, but not like that. It's been a little while. I actually don't know.
No.
And see, what people seem to not understand, I mean, it's really crazy. It's crazy being in this business, and it's not that there was any beef going on between us. And I think that's what a lot of people wanted to believe, that we were having differences, and that's why we weren't speaking.
Right.
Sometimes things just get so crazy, and before you know it, time has truly passed.
But can't you understand how that sounds crazy to a lot of people?
I know
like,
it
they're
does.
like, these people have cell phones, two-ways, pagers, this and that, all these people.
And
how
you know
can't
what?
they even hook up to, you know what I mean?
You know what? And and they're right. They're absolutely right. But with my family, we're really different in that way. It's like we all report to mother.
Okay.
She's the main connection. She is the connection.
Right.
So it's like you call mother and you see how all this is.
Everybody else is going, right?
Because everyone calls
Check
mother.
her.
Yeah, every week everyone calls mother. So it's like, how's all good, fine. And then the minute somebody needs you, if you tell them that you need them, they are there. And that's the most important thing to me.
Right.
Not how often you speak.
You're talking, right?
Yeah. It's that they're there when you truly need your brother or your sister.
Now, also at the time of the last live interview, you hadn't seen your nephew. Now there's a niece and sister. Have you seen both of them?
Yes.
You said it, so offensive. Now, I'm just asking these questions.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I see. They're beautiful.
What are they like? Like, what are they like? How?
Very sweet. Very, he's a good guy.
Really?
Yeah, he's a very well-managed.
Did you?
I'm sorry, I'm going to come back over that. Very well-managed children. He's a really good father, and he has a great relationship with them. I mean, they listen. They're seem like very happy kids.
Did you see the thing, like, he was giving a talk somewhere and he said that he couldn't get a date or something, and he wishes that he could, it's hard as a single dad to try to find a date or something.
No, I missed that.
Yeah. Recently, I guess he's giving talks on children's welfare.
Oh, really? I missed it. I totally know I didn't see that.
Maybe you can hook him up with one of your friends or something like that. Let me see, well, since I haven't heard the new album, I can't really talk to you about it. Actually, I need to go to the restroom now. You must have, like, an incredible... It's kind of exhausting, isn't it?
What, interviews?
Yeah.
How
I
long
don't like
have you been
interviews.
going?
I don't know.
What did you say?
I don't like, for me mostly it's really just about the music, you know, I just don't care about people, whatever.
Right, I feel you.
Very rare. Let's talk about some rumors. Can we clear up some rumors? Because it's being your voice and everything like that, you can just stuff the rest.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm assuming some of this was about me.
Actually, it wasn't.
Oh, okay, that's why I was like, okay.
We can.
No.
Okay. Did you insure your butt for $14 million after a fall? That doesn't really matter, Seth.
No.
Is there any truth to that? Like,
No.
okay. No truth at all?
No, there's no truth to that.
Okay. Talk about Rashawn Anderson. One thing that it seems to kind of recur, and, like, you know, because like I'd always talk to people about, because, you know, I'm not like you said, like, we were going to talk gossip, like, I'm not really that into gossip, so I was talking to people like, oh, what have y'all heard about Janet? Because I'm talking to her and she can clear up whatever and everything like that. And there's a rumor that you may have a child or something that you haven't.
That keeps resurfacing too.
And it seems like that's hot again now.
They say it's in Europe, or then they say that I got one of my brothers and sisters raised.
Yeah, I heard repeat. Where do you think that comes from?
I don't know. Wherever rumors come from, somebody who's just messy, I suppose. I don't know. I have no clue. I really don't.
Do you understand why people actually? I mean, there's some people that I talk to that just believe it, like, you know,
They
yeah,
saw
her
it.
name is this and that, and she's lived with this, you know, and she's 17 years old, and she's this and that, and
Yeah.
everything, you know.
I have no clue. Yeah, I have no clue. I've never had a child.
And I can imagine. I mean, I'm just talking for me. It's like I actually want children, you know. So it's like, I would, and of course I can't have it. So it's like, but I just think that if I could, I don't know, at some point,
Why?
I mean,
Okay.
I can't give birth. I
I
can
see.
father a child. Or
I see what you're saying.
So I don't know. At some point, I think like if people, you know, if like I don't think I'd want people to like be talking about me that I may have a child, and I actually don't have a child, and I kind of want one. That would sort of like bug me, you know.
You know what? Sometimes I think I'm kind of crazy, Craig, because there are so many things I think that I should probably get upset about that don't bother me.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are times when things do bother me, but for the most part, I just brush a lot of things off. I really do. And I don't know if it's just part of my personality, or if it's because growing up, I already saw all of this
Okay.
with my brothers.
Right.
So I'm used to it in a sense. It wasn't necessarily about me, but now that it is, it's no big deal because I saw my brothers go through it, and I know
Right.
that it happens, and you just move on,
Right.
and you ignore it and move on.
Well, one like the woman that had the most chapter and verse about the child. She was saying that, and I can't believe anything she says now because she had said she wasn't married for so long, and then turns out she was married. So how can I ever believe anything she said? I mean, what do you think about people now that feel like your credibility has somehow been lost because you had actually flat out said that you weren't married when you
I
really were?
totally understand that. I totally understand that. But I did that for certain reasons. That was to have something for myself. That was to have as healthy of a relationship as I could possibly have. To give it a chance, for there to be no negativity, for it to be. There's no way it was going to be normal, but to try to make it as normal as possible. Meaning, by being in this business, there's no way of having. But I mean, we lasted for 8 years. We were together for 13. That's a pretty long time. And unfortunately, it didn't last longer. But if that's how she feels, then I can't change her. And I'm not sitting here begging her to change her.
But that's the thing. I mean, it seems like it actually did. I mean, your plan to not tell anybody. I mean, it seemed like it did work. Like,
Yeah,
that's
I
a
feel that it
long
did.
time to have a relationship, you know.
And if that's what it takes for me to protect myself and to try and have something healthy and something good and something normal, then so be it. And if it upsets her, then I'm sorry that it upsets her in that way. But I'm gonna do what I need to do to take care of myself and to protect myself, whatever way that is.
I think it seems a little. I don't know what the word of it was, but it's like, for so long, it's like people, a lot of people, unless they were like big fans of yours, they didn't necessarily know about Renee or know anything. You know what I mean? They just didn't know.
You mean that we were married, you're saying? Or?
Not that you're married, but just who he was or whatever, like, they didn't necessarily know that like he was the guy who directed such and such video or anything like that. A lot of just your regular fans, not your adamant fans, just did not know,
Right.
But it's just like sort of with the last album and stuff, it's like that was, I guess, the point when that relationship was kind of most visible and, getting credit and everything like that. And then sort of like, and then there wasn't that long before the relationship dissolved after that. I think that's one of the things that kind of like piques people's interest because it was like they really just didn't even know. And then
Certainly they know
they
all
sort
this
of
stuff.
know all this stuff, and then all
Then
of a sudden
it's over.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Right. I can understand that. Well, as far as our working relationship being more visible, that really was on my part. Because I didn't want to continue working together unless I was able to give him the credit that I felt he truly deserved, and that he really didn't want to tell me. And I told him that I wouldn't be able to. I said, look, then we can't work together. We can't write together unless you get credit, because I refuse to take credit for things that you've done.
Yeah.
Because then that when someone says, how did you create this, and I'm sitting up there lying about it, that's screwed, and that doesn't make me feel good.
Right.
When I know that was his work.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I met him once. at your Janet concert where I had really messed up tickets. And I was just walking around the venue. I was like, oh, wait a minute, isn't that, and I just went over, and then he gave us, like, front row seats. Yeah, so it was great.
Yeah, that's something that I do every show, every tour. Because a lot of times I save those first 2 rows for the true diehard fans.
Yeah.
Before you know it, you have people sitting there that they'll, first of all, pay a whole bunch of money for them. And they're just sitting there with no enthusiasm.
Right.
And you draw all you can only see so many rows.
Yeah.
And I feel like the kids that have waited in line all night long, these should be their seats, not your guys' seats.
Right.
So that's when I said from now on, the first 2 rows are going to go to diehard fans. And the first thing out of everybody's mouth is, well, oh my God, you're going to have to eat those. And that's what I'm money. It's like, so what? Big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, these kids waited a long time, and unfortunately, I don't know who those exact kids are, but when you're when they have those, what do they call it, Bob Euchre?
What?
The Bob Euchre seats.
Oh, right.
Or Bob Broker, I can't.
Oh, that's right. I was pretending.
And on top of that, he doesn't even care. It's like, oh, right, next question. Whatever.
No, but then I know you do that to fan clubs. Then I found out that you, like, have priority seating or stuff for fan club members. So then when Velvet Rope came around, I joined the fan club.
Oh,
and I got good tickets. Yeah,
buddy.
and I got great tickets for that.
Oh, good.
Are there any secrets that you have now that, like, you wish you could share, but, you can't just because either it's nobody's business or that you just, it kind of bring you the wrong kind of attention or something?
Well, I think if it's nobody's business, I don't think you really wish you could share it.
Yeah. Well, didn't I say either? I said either. I said either.
You did, actually.
Because it's nobody's business, or because it's just something that you just feel like it would just cause too much attention or whatever, the wrong kind of attention. Anything you wish people could know about you, but they just can't because, it's just...
No, nothing that I wish people could know about me, but they just can't. I think everybody has things, some things, but nothing that I wish people could know about me.
For you, is there a difference between, like, telling, a public lie, like telling people, that you're not married or whatever, or telling, like, a personal lie to somebody that you're, or, like, that you have a relationship with or something like that?
Is there a difference?
Well, I think for you, is there a difference?
Like, it would be so easy for me to tell a friend a lie? Wait, you're kind of confusing.
No, that's not what it's... Okay, I'm going to restate the question exactly the way I said it. For you, is there a difference in telling sort of a lie to the public and telling a lie to somebody that you actually know? I don't know how much clear... I don't think I can make it any clearer than that. Like, in your mind, do you justify it differently? Do you know what I mean?
I totally understand what you're saying. But
Okay.
See, it's the thing about me being married and that being...
you don't see it as a lie.
See, it's tough because if someone asks you, are you married? You say, no, that is not telling the truth.
Right.
Straight point blank. Right. But see, there's so much more behind it.
Yeah.
And that's what makes up the difference for me. Oh God, it's touchy. Craig.
Tell me, because it seems just talking to you this little bit, it seems like that would be hard for you. It does not seem like, as much as you seem to value honesty.
Every time someone would ask me about it, I felt like crap in saying no. But I felt I needed to do that. It's something that we had decided to protect what we had. To, like I said before, try to be as normal as we possibly could, at least in this part of our lives.
Right.
And it didn't feel good saying no. But I was protecting something that was so important to me that I truly, truly cherished. It's hard. It's so hard. And you know, like your colleague was saying, and I don't know I could totally understand where she's coming from.
Right.
And it doesn't upset me at all. And I knew that going into making that decision. I knew that some people would feel like that. Yeah. But this is what we felt we needed to do.
Right.
And we went ahead, that was the decision, we went ahead and did it.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think, that's, because there are ways that, you live, love, have sex just like everybody else. But there are some things that because of who you are, that you experience things a lot differently than other people do. Like we had talked about the thing with, like being able to, like, decide who's within the medium who you work with, like, sort of sometimes having to do things like maybe, not tell the truth even though that goes against who you are, but it's working toward a greater value in a way,
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I was also thinking, I mean, you've probably experienced, like, betrayal in ways that other people just could not possibly get.
I have.
And what is that? Like, what does betrayal feel like to you? How do you experience it?
You know what, Craig? It is one of the most, because that, like I was saying, I when it comes to friendships and loyalty, and that's so important to me, and family, and for someone to just betray you, whatever the reason may be, I mean, that cuts so deeply. And I don't know if it's even deeper than what it would be for the average person for myself, because of, unfortunately, my career.
All right.
It's a lot greater. With trusting and friendship, and who do you let in your circle? Who don't you let in your circle? Who you want to let in your circle, but yet, and you like them so much. And I'm not saying something that you want someone you want to be intimate with,
right?
But just as you just are just so taken by this person, but yet there's that fear.
Right.
How many years does it take before you let them? How many years is it before the next thing you know, someone that is within your circle you can't trust? Or something. I mean, it's on a much greater scale. It's hard. It's very hard. It's really tough. It's really tough.
So it's sort of like it keeps coming back to this thing we were talking, like the very first thing we talked about, and like relationships and the decisions you make each way going along. And like I guess when you meet new people, you're always like thinking, can I tell this person this thing? Can I let this person this far? And you're always, so it seems like you're constantly in a phase like evaluating people and evaluating yourself to see, how close they can get.
How close you can get with it. And everyone needs friends.
Right.
Everyone needs someone to talk to.
Right.
You need to at times, are you busy? I just need to vent for a moment.
Right.
Everybody needs that person in their lives. And it's who do you do that with? Do you hold it inside? If you hold it inside, how is it going to manifest itself? Who can you cry to without seeing it in the paper the following week? It's hard. And that's why I think I love relationships so much. And I value them. As opposed to just, not to say that there aren't other people who are like me, that are 9-to-5ers, that value them as well. But that's why when I find someone, I hold on to them for dear life. When I feel that someone is truly there and truly has my back. That's important to me because I know where I'm coming from.
Right.
I know that I'm not sitting here with an agenda. I know that I'm going to be there for that person through thick or thin.
Right.
But do you have an agenda? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are you hanging around here for?
Right.
Why are you really so nice to me? Are you truly a nice person? It's really tough. And that also is tough when it comes to finding relationships. Wanting to be intimate with someone.
Well, that's what I was wondering when you were talking earlier. I mean, like, having sex with guys and stuff, like, aren't you kind of scared that some guy's gonna go, oh, I just had Janet Jackson, oh shit.
Of course.
So how do you even deal with, like, how do you even, you know what I mean? How do you
I deal with it the same way. I mean, it's just a matter of I've been very fortunate. That's all I can say. And I've had guys actually page me and say, you know what, no one has to know. Oh, God. And because they understand
Right.
that could possibly be a fear, and maybe that's what's getting in the way. And maybe that is what's getting in the way. Or maybe I just don't want to be with them in an intimate way. And that's a
Right.
intimate way.
Right.
Just so many people strictly platonic.
Right.
But it's really, really hard. It's so hard, and I've been very, very fortunate to have the friends that I've had, to be able to trust the way that I have. I don't have many that I truly consider friends and that I tell. Is that
A lot of
okay?
noise. Let's see. Really?
No, but I love how you pull it.
I'm not pulling out. Oh my God.
See? Now who's me? I think I rubbed off on you a little bit there.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't know where. Well, it's not going scooch.
I don't know what's going on.
But it just makes it really tough.
Is it hard to forgive people?
No, not really. I just don't forget. I can forgive, but I don't forget. And to forgive doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to let you back in my life.
Right.
But I will forgive. And I'm the kind of person that goes back and forth. One minute I might be so, there it goes again. See, and I love to work.
I hate work.
You do.
I do. I hate it.
I love to work, and I'm tired already. Well, like last night we were here till 4.
Oh my God.
And then you get up around 10,
Mm-hmm.
and you write. Then you come in the studio and you work on stuff that
So you all are still working on the album?
yeah, just putting pieces together here and there. And there are a couple of things, like there's always songs that you want to do
Mm-hmm.
and that you want to get done because you just love it. You'll continue, well, at least for myself, I'll continue to keep singing until they say, okay, that's it, you got to go home.
Wow.
And so that's what I will do. And there will always be songs, there were songs on every album that I wanted to
Which is never got a chance.
record, but I couldn't because I had to get home and start with the video rehearsals or something. Well, this one's working, right?
Yeah, I suppose so. Okay.
Yeah, and that one's fine.
So you said, like, so forgiveness for you, you're not necessarily, like, you're right, I mean, that doesn't mean that the person's going to be back in your life, but forgiveness is sort of like making peace within you. So that you're not consumed with having, like, negative feelings toward a person or something.
Yes. But see, I also, for 1 minute, I can be very upset at whatever took place. And the very following day, I can feel so sorry. Not to the point as to where I want to let them back in my life or talk to them, but just my heart goes out to them. And I'm like, I get like that. I don't know why I'm like that.
I mean, is it that you're sort of mourning the loss of you in their life because you know that you could have been so much to them or so much more to them, and you know they're not going to have that?
Well, see, to me that seems like I'm hot shit, doesn't it?
No, I'm not. I mean, I'm thinking emotionally. If you're a good friend to somebody and they betray you, isn't that like?
You know what? You're absolutely right. You are not necessarily it being that, just feeling sorry in the fact that of what you had, the relationship you did have, the friendship
Right.
you did have, what you did share, how special it truly was, and then they may have screwed up,
Yeah.
and it could be like a death in the family. It really can be, because they're out of my life.
Right. What does out of your life mean? Does that mean sort of like, I mean, they just can't? That's when they get to the level where they can't contact you, I guess. Like they can't like that the people you have in your life will not let them get to you, sort of.
If I don't want them to.
Right.
Really.
Right.
It's really boils down to. I mean, if I were to see them on the street, I'd probably speak, all depending upon exactly what happened.
Right. And I guess that's another thing. I mean, most people can't decide, like, you know, who they can't have contact with, too. So I guess that's another thing. It's like, it's different.
Yeah, being in this business is quite different. You really have to. You can either have your feet planted firmly on the ground and move full steam ahead and be okay, hopefully, or you can go crazy.
Right.
I truly think.
Now, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Do you want to talk about Renee? Because you brought him up.
No, not really. That's why I was saying. Only reason why is because I can't.
Okay.
Because we're still going through a lot of legal matters.
Right. I mean, is there anything that, like, that you want your fans or anything to know about any of the situation? Like, is there any one thing that you want to say? Because I really don't have any questions about it. But I'm just saying, is there any one thing that you want people to know as they're sort of hearing things and everything like that, going kind of back and forth, which is so not the way that they're used to hearing things about you, because you've been a notoriously private person, and like people don't really hear a lot of dirt about you. That's why they kind of make things up. And so it's like, so to actually kind of hear these things, is there anything that you want people to know?
Well, I don't know I truly don't know what they've heard. You know, I stay so out of the loop.
Right.
I really do. Just like someone mentioned something to me the other day about Renee, and that was my first time hearing it, or something that was said about me, because I don't buy those magazines. My friends, if they do hear it, they don't mention it to me.
Right.
From what I know, they don't buy those magazines either, but they may have heard it from someone else bringing it up to them, but they don't bring it back to me, because it's just negative mess. I'm just gonna miss him. I mean, we had a great friendship, and I'm gonna miss him. That's all I can say, because we don't talk or anything. And it hurts. It really does. I never in a million years thought that this would happen. Not necessarily us not being together anymore, but just not speaking. But I guess it's best. It hurts. And all the stuff that is going on between us, I would have never thought he would have done, because it's just so different from what he's ever said to me.
Do you understand? I mean,
do I understand what?
well,
Why?
yeah.
Why it is?
Yeah.
I think it's hurt. I think part of it may be ego. I think it's hurt. That's the only thing I can think of, really. And I love it.
What's that?
I love it. I do. I love it.
How was the creative process different this time?
I feel like we haven't skipped a beat, actually, in any way. It's been good. It really has.
Want to tell me listen to some music?
Sure.
Okay.
You know, just like any other person, you don't want to be used.
Yeah.
You don't want to be taken advantage of. And I believe in being totally fair and honest. And I know that probably sounds like bullshit because of what the whole thing about my marriage, but the thing is it's I consider myself a fair person, and just to make sure that I'm on the up and up, I always ask other people around me, never say, okay, this is it. I always ask someone else, what do you think about this situation? Because if I'm not right, tell me, because I want to be fair. I want to be honest. so correct me on this, and I always do that, Craig. And for someone to say you're being more than fair, and then for someone to think that you're not, and then just a whole other side. I think that whole other malicious side, it's fucking pain.
Mm-hmm.
And because they're hurting, they want you to hurt.
Mm-hmm.
In the way that they're hurting. That's the only thing I can chalk it up to. And people get one of it all.
Because it would seem just talking to you this little bit, I mean, it would seem like the thing that would hurt you most would be to betray you in public, you know? I mean, that seems like that would be the thing that would hurt you most.
Well, you know what the funny thing about it is that I remember a conversation about because we obviously were married, but I remember having another conversation that find out that you're married, and I said, well, the only way we know is obviously
Right.
it comes from you, and I just felt like that was a way of,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because it did come from him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a way of trying to make you hurt. You're trying to put fear, instill fear into you or something. Oh my God, I probably want to listen.
Right.
But I don't have time. I can understand, like we talked about with your friend, who would have
Mhm.
the college. But there's a lot of things that I have to keep going. That's one thing. And like I said before, I'm in a much better space.
Right.
And I needed to do what I did, and I'm happy that I did. I don't know that I
You know, it's like, it seems interesting that, obviously, you know, you said, like, you're used to people saying bad things about you. And you're used to people saying bad things about your family. It's what you've grown up with. But it seems like, and so it seems like you've made peace with a certain level of that. So people say, oh, she has babies, she's had lifestyle, she's had this and that. That just goes in and out. But it just seems like it must have been really sort of, obviously this has gotten to you. And it just must be really hard to know that even the amount of defenses you built up, like, something can still get over that wall. You have to then build the wall up even higher, you know?
Well, you know what? Yeah, I mean, things can get to me. And especially because it's somebody that you were so close with.
Right.
And like I said, there are times when you have, it feels like it was just yesterday that all this is happening. You feel a little bit of esteem.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, you get over it.
Right.
It's not like it's on a daily basis the way it happened, the way it was when it first happened.
Right.
And I have to honestly say, it's in God's hands.
Yeah.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
It's in God's hands. And whatever is going to happen from this day forward, obviously, God intended to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something for me to learn from this. There's a lesson to be learned from this. And that, to me, is the most important thing.
Right. I mean, do you think at all, like, you know, unfortunately, like, in terms of it being played out in the public and stuff like that things are going to get worse before they get better? You know what I mean? Like, that you haven't necessarily reached the peak of what, with you about to release a new album and everything like that, you know, and just knowing that people are going to want some kind of story.
Yeah.
And you don't do a lot of press and whatever. And
Yeah, and I don't know. I honestly don't know, Craig. It may or it may not. And God knows I can't talk about it because
Yeah.
we're still going through our stuff. But I don't know. It may. It just may. But I can't let that stress me out, and I can't let it stop me from trying to reach my goal. I really can't. Or else I'd be a messed up black child, wouldn't I? I'm telling you.
well, why do you want this album out now? Like, why are you, like, what does this album mean? You know, because you didn't have to do another album right now if you didn't want to. I mean, Virgin would have been very happy about it.
Exactly, Virgin. Well, that's it. It's the albums do. Page of the contract. Albums do. I like working though,
Right.
and I like keeping busy, and I like writing.
Mm-hmm.
I like creating. And if I didn't have to release another album, I'd probably contractually, I'd probably do another album.
Really?
Yeah. Not to say that I wouldn't want to be in the studio, but I probably would do another film. I still never studied acting. That's something that belongs to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to find the time to do it. I'm just glad that I'm in the space that I'm in, because it didn't have to be this way.
No.
I could be worse off than what I was when I was making Velvet Rope, honestly.
Right.
The way I'm feeling, the way I was feeling then, and with the things that have gone on in just my recent past, and that are still going on. But for some reason, God has just put me in a different space.
Right.
And I'm so appreciative, so thankful. And that's what I mean.
I know some people have said, like, listening to Velvet Rope retrospectively, like, it's kind of hard to, like, people are now trying to read into Velvet Rope. You know what I mean? Like, people are talking about, she must have been talking to him about this, and that was probably saying, you know what I mean?
They are.
You know how people are. I'm just saying, people are trying to, well, one thing that, like, I'm a big Mary J. Blige fan.
Yeah.
And she recorded the My Life album, and she was involved with, you know, Casey from JoJo, and she's talked very publicly about this. And they were still involved during that whole album. But she told me that she was talking to him on that album. She was saying, look, get your shit together or else this is not going to go any further. And that she was talking to him. And so...
Was I talking to him in any of those songs? Is that what you're asking? Even though we were going through things, it wasn't just what I was going through. It wasn't something, it's so funny because it's a sad thing I think for everybody.
Yeah.
But it was for myself. It was just very good.
But like people around you knew that though. It seems like maybe you were like the last to know or something.
They may have seen it.
Which wouldn't be surprising. I mean, we're always the last to know, you know.
I see, and when I love hard, and I belong to that. I'm so, and then if things keep happening, and I mention it, it's just not a good thing. Just truly not a good thing. And it, like I said, at some point you gotta take care of yourself.
Yeah.
When you feel like you're being waved down. Things change.
Alright. Is it that you're blind, or is it just that you want to believe the best in people? You know, like, which is it? That you're just a hopeful person and you just want so desperately to believe that something's going to work out, or that the thing that you see in somebody is really what they are, and that's going to actually come out as opposed to the other things that you see that you don't want to.
Eventually they run through.
Yeah, that good's going to conquer evil to some extent, or that the best of somebody is going to be able to overcome maybe whatever flaws they may have.
Yes. And I know the words are and there's no such thing as a perfect relationship. And it's always work. But there's a point where you have to say that. So you know what, Karen? Because I didn't know the first thing about it.
Right.
See, like I just said, my girlfriend's between Sean and my friend Chris, and they said
they schooled you.
They
got you started.
Totally schooled me. They got my ass.
Oh, like, what was that nasty song that he had mentioned?
This is Craig. Craig, this is Marty.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Nice to meet you.
What's going on? Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Let me find
I've just been grilling your girl.
I'm sorry, I didn't even say hi. Just start introducing people. Right?
She hasn't answered any of my questions. She's been very difficult. Very diva-ish. I'm just like, whatever.
Oh, you're right. You know that's so fun. There's so much to do and so little.
Right.
Jimmy, can I bug you when you finish the page?
You know he's large. He's on his two-way.
Hell no. Wait a minute.
What songs do you have?
Well, what song did he just mention? The nasty. I want to hear the nasty one.
Would you mind?
Right. I want to hear that. That
He
didn't.
doesn't forget a thing.
I don't.
Would you mind? Yeah, I got it. I'm trying to think who I have.
What do you mean you don't have it? Didn't you
No,
record it here?
I have it. I'm just trying to think what I have.